absolute epidemic, or is it a pandemic, of elbow pain. I mean, guys, if I hear everywhere, elbow pain here, wrist pain here, elbow, 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 elbow. And we go, why?
Why?
Well, I'll tell you, I think the number one reason is all this trackpad stuff that you're doing with your finger, all this Tinder swiping, all of this moving technology with your finger and typing, all of that, what's occurring is it's causing overuse of your extensor muscles. See, these muscles right here, they extend your wrist. They extend your wrist up. And so if you're swiping, that's how you swipe. If you're swiping, these muscles are always on, always squeezing, always squeezing. And then what occurs is, just from overuse of that, this becomes inflamed. Over time, inflammation can create scar tissue. It can create other degenerative effects. And what happens is these tendons usually inflame at their insertion where they dive into the bone, like right up here around this elbow. So if that is you, I'm gonna show you guys today. These are the top vetted out 3 pain relief therapies and exercises for tennis elbow. These are vetted out. Here's what I mean. I started a clinic called Cali Spine, right, back in 2012. And I set out to be the worldwide leader in back pain and helping people solve back pain. Somewhere in there, I had a tennis player come in with tennis elbow and I helped her and then she sent her friend and then back and forth. And next thing you know, I'm literally seeing tennis elbow people. That's all, my office is that for a long time. And so along that, I had to meet the demands of those people. So I came up with pretty much a set bit of therapies to do for pain relief that produce consistent results. Now, it's easier to do that when somebody does it on you because it's hard to hurt yourself, and some of the stuff can hurt a little bit doing it. But you know, some of it's gonna be gonna torture yourself a little bit to get better. I'll explain to you what that means. You know, I got crazy things to do. Like we can get into muscle scraping, which is awesome. You can get into voodoo flossing, which is like squeegeeing out your arm. Like those are great, and I did those in the clinic, but I'm not gonna share those with you today because I wanna give you like a basic 3 that you can just put on repeat in your daily routine. You don't need to like go out of your way for like special equipment for this one. So I'm gonna give you, in order of importance, the top 3 intensive tissue therapies for tennis elbow lateral epicondylitis. This is gonna be for the first 6 weeks, meaning here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do this every other day to yourself for 6 weeks, about 10 minutes total time of doing the 3 that I'm gonna give you. So you put that in there for 10 minutes and do it every other day. If you can't do it every other day because it hurts too bad, you might have to wait till it heals. Sometimes you like tenderize that tissue so much it hurts for 5 days. Well, on day 6, you gotta get it again. So I'm gonna give you those 3 to do. The best 3 that I know after the 6 weeks. A lot is going to be on fixing root cause, which is often this. You guys are using regular computer mice, switch to the vertical mouse, how you use your trackpad, not using that, other things in your life that you're doing where you're, some of you are tennis players, right? And it makes sense, tennis players, if I'm on the left hand, if I was backhanding, because the wrist flexors, what they do, the wrist extensors prevent this. So if you go to hit the ball, if you didn't use them, the wrist would buckle, so that they get used on the backhand of somebody who's left-handed. I'm not left-handed, so I'm more right-handed backhand, okay? I've hit a couple backhands, not many, I'm more of a golfer. Golfer though, it's gonna be, tennis elbow is gonna be occurring if you're a right-hand golfer, mostly on the left side of the body, because it's pulling through. It's pulling through, that's the side that gets inflamed. Point is after these 6 weeks of intensive, I recommend you focus on scapula shoulder blade movement. I suggest you focus on push movement, pull movement technique to really tune those up. We have an entire shoulder to arms program that will help you do that. That's after the 6 weeks of intensives. You can do it during too, but one thing before, we'll put the cart before the horse. When is that gonna be? You know, because that cart before, that was invented then when there was a cart and a horse. So basically that line has been going strong for like 130 years. We gotta put it down. We gotta put that horse down, okay? I'm plagued by it. But you gotta put the cart in front of the horse in front of the cart. So, let's get started on the 3 therapies and what to do and how to do them. Best one I know for this, what you're gonna do is you need to get your arm in rested because your inflammation is occurring up here where these extensor muscles, see these are the muscles, look at them move. See them move? Those are the muscles that are inflamed. They're inflamed up here on you. So you need to get your arm somewhere rested like this. And then you're gonna need your percussion tool. Theragun Mini with the wedge, this is the best setup out there for this. And what you wanna do here is you wanna keep about a 45-degree angle on this one, because you're using percussion, and you wanna go, you've gotta get up there, and you wanna go past the elbow. For you right now, focus around, on and around those really painful areas. Ooh, like right there on you, right? Like that's some of the worst. So take your time, go over it, get comfortable, but ultimately, listen, don't be a wimp. Don't be a baby. You've got to get it. Listen, the number one issue that I see you doing wrong, number one reason why that you're not getting better with these is because you're not doing them hard enough. Number one reason. Now, this can pose certain risks for people with clotting disorders, thrombosis. They have easily bruised skin disorder. If that's not you, hammer away. I've never seen anything else other than a bruise happen from this. Open wounds. You don't want to do it over stitches. Don't be a freaking moron. Anyways, so you want to spend about 2 minutes working up here and pushing down. Ah! Don't be afraid to make those noises. 2 to 3 minutes. Get good and work that over a whole month time period. That's percussion. Next is going to be stretches. After you percuss it and tenderize, that would be when you add, actually, you want to do therapy stuff. That's when you add the muscle scraping in here, which we won't go over, but you basically, we can do a little scraping. Okay, it's where you're scraping at a 45-degree angle. You can really grind up some scar tissue with this. You can feel it like gritting underneath it. It's nice. It hurts a little more, but that's where this goes after this. Percussion, then this, and then it would go into some stretches because you want to get it all tenderized and loosened up. Now it's all tenderized and stretchy and warm. Now you can stretch it. Now it'll stretch a little bit more. Okay, I don't say it's going to hurt less. I'm saying it's going to stretch more. All right? Look at me. You do this, curl your finger. Curl, grab, keep curling it, elbow straight. There's your move. Then hand goes in, hand goes out. Wrist turns in, and out. Elbow straight, crank it like a throttle. Hold that one, 15 seconds, pump at it a little bit. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. Next. Seated stretch. What you're going to do is you're going to sit down. You want to put your hand, you want to reach way underneath your ass. You got to grab past your sit bone. Reach underneath there and grab the back side of your butt. Now sit on it. Great. Now what you're going to do is you're going to sit up tall. You're going to lift your sternum up, 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 and lean back and extend backwards. You should feel a big pull on the outside of the elbow. So those are the 2 stretches for it. Now last, strength. Okay? It's going to be the opposite. What you're going to do, because the stretch was this way, now you need the strength resistance. Palm up, finger curl in, finger curl in. Now actively pull it like this. 1, take it down, pull it up. Use these muscles, squeeze, curl it up. You can even go here, straight. Oh, that's good right there. Keep the curl, and you want to add resistance, Get your 2-pound, get your 5-pound dumbbell and do this, get your 10-pound dumbbell. What you're doing there is strengthening the reciprocal muscles. So these are your flexors. And the stronger and more active your flexors are, the more they'll automatically deactivate, AKA relax, these extensors right here. So you're doing reciprocal inhibition by contracting these muscles. You're actually lengthening the muscles that are kind of chewed up and kind of raw at the end here. You're lengthening, you're tenderizing. That part hurts. Okay, and that's going to increase the healing molecules and all the physiology shit that I forget happens. Where basically you're sending blood down to that area, healing the blood. It's breaking up any scar tissue. It's allowing for new influx of blood. It's going to help with tissue regrowth in that area. So all of that happens by tenderizing and stretching it, and the strength will help balance it. Those 3 are the only 3 for you to do right now. That's it. You just do 1, then you do 2, then you do 3, and repeat those things. For every other day for 6 weeks, and minimize the things that are causing it. Your computer mice, you have to minimize the cause or the symptoms will come back. Okay, but that's the therapy to get you going for the first 6 weeks. Do those three things, and after that, fix your shit.